Brian Powell of Odd Run Far here with Andy Wacker after a second place finish at the 2015 U.S. Mountain Running Championships. Congratulations.
Thanks.
That was a very strong run today and a smart run. You and Pat Smythe and Joe Gray had a hell of a race out there.
Yeah, it went really well. Actually, it's funny that you use smart because I know how this goes. 2 years ago in Cranmore, New Hampshire, coming out of college, thinking I was all cool and smart. I got 7th, which is one place off of making the world team, and almost did the same thing today where we went out really hard and definitely was kind of redlining it after the first climb. So smart in a way, it worked out luckily, but yeah, it was an interesting tactic that Pat and I and Joe ended up using. So
yeah, because you guys ended up in like a minute and a half at least ahead of the rest of the field. You gapped them early, and
yeah.
When did you end up passing? Because you were in third for a while.
Yeah.
When did you end up coming past Joe?
So Joe and I went back and forth. It was funny because I know Joe's won this event a couple times. I know he's a super strong climber. He's super strong on the downhill.
Yeah.
He's definitely a well-rounded runner. And so I was talking to him. I was like, Joe, we got to go get Pat. You know, we talked about it before the race, us Colorado guys grouping together. And I was like, you know, we're good on the uphill and we're good on the downhill. So let's go after him. And so we did. And it was kind of really exciting on the last climb. We all caught up to each other and we're all basically neck and neck. And then Pat just really showed, you know, why he's national champ. And he was the best at kind of transitioning over the flatter top of the climb, and definitely once we hit the road, he got a couple more seconds. So he had a great race.
Yeah, and you guys all really close for quite a while. What was it like racing for, 46 minutes? Like,
yeah, the good thing for me, it was like I knew after that first climb, kind of that we're going to be on the team. I was like, we're going to be in top 6. And that's my goal. It's all about the team and us doing well and us getting the best Americans to Wales to compete. So once we were there, I was like, this is great. Like pressure's off. Let's just get top 6 and let's just do what we can. So again, I was talking to Pat, talking to Joe, and just trying to get the best race we could and get ready for Wales. So
yeah, well, it certainly seems like you guys are.
Definitely. I think we're going to have a super strong team, maybe the strongest ever, and that's exciting. And it's obviously such an honor to be part of that, to represent the U.S. In another World Championships and go there. Because I just came off of World Long Distance Mountain Running Championships in Zermatt. So
how'd that go for you?
It went great. I love getting second, so I got silver medal there. And the legs felt a little bit tired today from running a marathon 3 weeks ago and racing since. But I think it was good because I felt probably the downhill's my weakness. And the last couple weeks I've been trying to work on that, and I think it really came together today, so that was fine. And I think I got a lot of room to improve before Wales, and that's a good thing. So.
Will you train pretty specifically for that race?
Yeah, so I've been doing a ton of stuff for a marathon uphill, and it's funny, I was telling someone else today, I was like, yeah, I live in Colorado. I know what to expect now. We're going to be running up and down ski slopes. Like, let me go get out on the mountains. Let me go to Vail and Aspen, some of these places. I was, planning on getting out there, 5 to 10 times in the last couple weeks, and I got up there 0 times. So not quite as prepared as I want. I'm definitely going to focus on that before now in September for Wales, and I know that's going to help out just to get a little bit more sharp and race specific. But it went well today, and I can't complain. So.
Yeah. If you and Joe and Pat are talking before a race like this, do you think you guys will actually formulate a team strategy at all for Wales, or is it just pretty much every man for themselves?
I would hope to. This event is mountain running. It's somewhat like cross country where, individual strengths and individual medals and those kind of things will help the team. So Joe and I live relatively close. I'd love to get in some training with him, but it's so hard. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I'd love for that to happen, but if nothing else, I know that we'll, communicate over internet and things and get ready just to have the strongest team we can by training individually very hard and getting on the ski slopes. So.
Do you have any other racing in between now and then?
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff coming up. So I love racing, and I think it's a great way to get sharp and just keep it fun because it's really hard racing year-round and just focusing on only a couple events. So I love to have some filler races and whatnot. So in a couple weeks, I'm doing the Pikes Peak Ascent, which is a classic, amazing mountain race. And here it is. I'm going to debut in my first ultra. I'm doing the 50K US Championships up just north of San Francisco in the Muir Woods in that area, and I love that area, so I can't wait to do that. That's going to be the end of August. So.
End of August, so your ultra debut coming up.
Yeah, so I got a couple longer races and then a couple, just getting ready to run this. So.
Gotcha. You've been doing this for a while, though. For someone of your age, you started out on the junior team, correct?
No, I never made the junior team. I've been doing trail racing basically since I've been a pro, so 3 years ago.
Okay.
But it's really come together this year. I finally focused on the trails. I was like, I'm all over the place. I love running.
Yeah.
And living in Boulder, Colorado, we have so many great trails, and so I've always wanted to do events like this since I started running. Even as a kid, I grew up in North Carolina, and I love soft surface, so it's fun to get out on the trails. But yeah, I'm relatively new, I guess, to this scene. This is my second U.S. Mountain Running Championships.
And what's your background in running before that? Have you been a lifelong runner, or?
I started in 7th grade, and so I guess that's lifelong enough. But yeah, I love doing everything. I 2-time cross-country All-American at CU, and love running fast on the track. So many passions with running, so. But yeah, it's definitely fun this summer I've been focusing on the trails and getting out there and doing everything I can on up and down mountains, off trail, on trail, jumping over rocks, and just having a blast with it. So
awesome. Well, congratulations on making the team, and good luck in Wales.
Thank you.